Phobia and Dyroth to tank a bunch of damage, right?
Yes.
Because that's typically what we've seen them do. But now that they lock this Kufra in, I think they're in a lot better position here, especially when it comes to team fights later on. And also, this is once again allows Mycophobia to go back to that point I was saying. I want to see him being able to find those setups because earlier on the Ruby, he really wasn't able to. Now, Kufra does allow him to. It's one of those heroes that he can find those initiations and look for those setups.
I'm actually a really big fan of this Nxp lineup. Again, small adjustment, same identity, but with a little bit of twist, going back to the status quo. We're loading up into game number 2, ladies and gents, for Nxp versus Onic Philippines here. And
Okay,
it
new skin for Kufra.
Yeah.
just a little bit of a twang here on their lineup. But essentially, they still want to go boom boom as soon as possible. Here we go. So early game, obviously, still big advantages here for Onic Philippines in terms of map control. With, of course, the picks that we have. We have Rapidote on the Cho this time around, who seems to be very, very proactive as a support, as a roam.
Respectable drafts from both teams. It's no one with a clear advantage over the other. It'll just really be down to execution. Because now with Mycophobia playing something like the Kufra, as long as him and James or Yelly Haze are on the right page, now they have a much better tools to find that 1-1, hunt it down.
Yeah, and I also feel like James will have a better time on this Dyroth, especially looking for those plays that he was doing. He was trying to do the combination of the Abysm Strike with the flickers and everything else, but there was just like way too much CC to deal with. Now, there is still quite a bit here for Onic Philippines, but I think not as much as the previous game. But already, look how aggressive Rapidude is here, right? Even on this roam Cho, still able to chunk down Mycophobia and force him back for now.
And that's exactly what you want here, especially against a lineup that has an airfill. You want them to feel that presence. And what you want to feel is that QR.
That's so fast.
That was so fast.
Yeah, that was so fast.
I could barely. I hope someone got a screenshot of that. You got yourself some treats here from MLBB. And obviously, we are still seeing Nxp kind of taking more of a precaution here, having H2O more topside oriented compared to the bottom.
Yeah, and both teams will just really play it safe for now. Actually, this is almost the same rotations coming in from both junglers of the team. Sensui and H2 rotated the exact same way in the last game.
Okay, well, we can see both teams exactly just keeping an eye on everybody, right? The turtle does spawn now. Again, you're talking about the jungle emblem on H2O, should give them that priority here. But you can already see Onic Philippines actually going to start this one up. They want to get this information that they need. They want to get the space around this first objective, and they're going to give it a go here. There's Mycophobia charging up here. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, they're going to push Ryota back. Real world manipulation does come down. Rapidude trying to zone them out here. Turtle less than half health. There's the falling star moon. They take quite a bit of damage in that big box. Oh! And there you go.
Wow.
What a pick here in a play.
All of that work. Whew, just for H2 to steal it away. They were so chill, by the way.
That was right at the edge of where you can hit the retribution from. At first I was my mind was boggled with how NXP tried to fight. Like, are you guys seriously walking right under the real world manipulation?
Yeah.
Like, I was second guessing NXP, but then Ace2 said, oh, thank you.
Yeah, literally. Just walked up and was like, thanks.
Thanks.
I'll take that.
Retribution diff.
Good leash.
Oh, man, there's the setup from Mycophobia and H2O grabbing the first blood here. That's exactly what we were talking about. Mycophobia finding the setups here for the team. So they're going to be happy with that. And now they can focus on this top side, get a bunch of extra gold while you're at it for Donut.
Yeah, all that gold is actually really, really helpful on this Irithel. That's why NXP is taking very good care of that, putting more pressure on the nets. The experience difference is actually very apparent on the gold lane.
Yeah, I mean, again, and with Donut being on this Irithel pick, it works really well for them, especially in the scaling department. But when those team fights happen and you have that mobility option for you, it's just a lot better than feeling on a Beatrix where you rely so much on that flicker ability.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be looking at the itemization of Donut if he's going to build the Wind of Nature as a second item.
Yeah, here comes Mycophobia with a setup again. Rapidude goes down here. This one going over to Donut, going to be happy with that. And again, Mycophobia finding moments for the team.
I like it. That's why NXPE picked up that Kufra. They wanted something with a little bit more jump. Ruby can jump, but she jumps in the
It's a little short.
little
This
skips.
is a longer jump.
Yeah, it's a longer jump.
Yeah, and their
ways
combo,
of surprise.
their combo works very well with Donut. I mean,
Yeah.
that eliminates almost anyone in Onic right now. So that's something that they're going to have to keep on their minds as NXP are looking to have more control of the map, even getting that turtle eat up once more.
Yeah, so the second turn of the game here. And again, it's going to depend on this transition that they have, right? Donut's very well protected, right? That's what we're seeing here with a lot of these teams, the way they play around these gold laners. And at the same time, James, like I said, having a very comfortable early game this time around where he doesn't have to be that frontline guy for the team, right? He's just letting them do what they want.
Ow.
And you can already see he's profiting off that, right? Rapidu uses that Way of the Dragon to stay alive here a little bit longer. And just look at the threat that Mycophobia has on this Kufra this time.
Yeah, that small adjustment they did on their lineup really is paying off dividends. They have so much mid control.
Yeah. And yeah, it's great news now for NXPE, playing in a much more comfortable position. Mycophobia goes right under the tower. Oh, this might be a bad decision, though.
He goes in, has to flicker out. Luckily, he had that. So also Super Prince using the real-world manipulation. They're going to hold on to their tower a little bit longer because honestly, with 2 towers down already, Nxp Evos looking for another one, but hold on, they're going to get Rapidude here. He's going to be still alive for a bit longer, but the surprise from Sensui as Yelly Haze has to be careful. There's the crossbow tank coming out. Mycophobia still, he goes down finally, but Nets also falls here. Going to be a 1-for-1. Quite a bit of action already in the mid lane.
That's a win for NXPE.
And
Yes,
what's more,
NXPE.
Yes.
For a second, my eyes were like, wait a minute. Oh, yes, I was right. It was a roamer for the gold lane. Another win there for the boys in blue. It's blue, right? Light blue? Sea blue?
See,
Aquamarine,
I don't know,
cyan.
It's a
something like
version
that.
of blue.
So overall, I think at this point, NXP is really cashing in on every lane that they can.
Yeah.
And obviously, H2O feels more like an assassin now than a tank because of the damage output he can put on this Karina. I actually want to double check the items after this. But after that, obviously they have all the control they can ask for.
Oh, Mycophobia finding another
Boom.
target, and Rapidude falls here.
He blew up.
Just literally blowing up there one after another. Mycophobia finding moments.
Man, it's like Mycophobia looked at Rapidude and said, hey, man, nice game 1. I can do that too, bro.
at that.
I'll use the Kufra. I'm going to lead my team to get the pickoffs, the victories. And right now, NXP are in the lead on the back of this Kufra of Mycophobia, just finding the pickoffs.
We just confirmed that H2O just locked in a Holy Crystal. So, yeah, that Karina's going to sting a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, there. Oh, it's a damage Karina, not going on the defensive route at all. So this is an NXPE lineup that wants to end things fast. Again, now they are thinking about the 1-1 again because, okay, now we have the Kufra. So if we go for the Karina tank build, the Karina will just have to wait until the last minute and use the ultimate refresh. But no, if we build it with damage, we can follow up right away. Great response here by NXPE.
Oh, okay.
A little bit of a boo-boo.
Yeah, he tried. They tried to make a play here in the bottom side. The rest of the team actually going to respond too because they're still focusing. Look at the damage coming out from Donut here. Meanwhile, H2O does go down himself. That's going to be another turret on the eyes of Nxp Evos as they grab another one. That's 4 now for the game. And they're going to be working on this tier 1 in the mid lane as well. They have all the space they need in Onic Philippines' side of the map.
Yeah. Now NXPE are in a comfortable spot as we head into the part of the game where we'll be fighting for Lords more. Although Rapidude was actually able to find a good play there in the mid lane. H2 was caught off cam, but what happened was H2 is in the shrubbery, Yelly Haze is now. Mycophobia Rapidude was where Mycophobia was just now, and when H2 decided to cross into the mid, Rapidude, with the help of Ryota and Super Friends, was able to find H2 and get the kill, or Nets rather.
Yeah, good funneling here as well. NXP, again, the downside of having you on a Karina that has full damage is if your enemy is confident enough, you can get bursted out. We saw that happen earlier.
Yep.
But overall, NXP is not letting anything go. Now they're sticking together a lot, and that might be a problem for Onic. And I think this Lord should be an easy take once NXP sees that, hey, wait a second, Onic is downstairs.
There's no
we
one
can
here.
kind of take it, boys.
Yeah, actually, the moment they saw Ryota show up in the map, that was already the sign for them that, oh, okay, it doesn't seem like anyone's in the purple buff area of Onic, and that was the right call.
Free Lord.
Free Lord, free purple buff as well.
I think Onic Philippines is just like, guys, let's just get one turret.
Yeah.
Let's just focus on this bottom lane. No one's there. We give up that first Lord of the game. It's not that big of a deal. We got to get this turret down. So they're happy with the turret, but now they got to play this defensive mode. And also, already, once again, look at Nxp Evos just setting up for a moment here. Mycophobia, gonna just, I mean, that's the thing, right? With or without the conceal, there's a huge threat here from Nxp Evos.
I feel like there's always a threat from Mycophobia for some reason. Even though he's used the Flicker, he's used the Tyrant's Rage, there's always something going to come out from this guy. And that's just what you do when you have a team like NXPE who can always follow up on the smallest things that you can do on the map.
Yeah.
Now, patience from both teams is required. Rapidude in a good spot for info as well. That's a bit. Onic will just really have to play defensive here. Already the Twin Blades for the Karina, so that's a Karina with a lot of damage output. If NXP can just get find that good setup, find that it doesn't have to be a perfect setup, just a good setup. Get 2, get 3.
Yeah, Mycophobia goes in, not able to catch anything, but there's going to be the return. Has to flicker out to survive. Still going to be working on the Lord. Nets able to grab a kill, though. Happy with that one. Got to be careful as he goes back to recall. They don't lose anybody just yet.
Look at
now,
Sensui.
Nxp Evos are looking to get but Rapidude gets away the dragon, but into nothing as he falls here. Sensui now looking for Donut and finds the target, but gets deleted off the map by H2O. So that is going to be a 2-for-2 trade, and Onic Philippines is still holding on to all their turrets in the base.
Great defensive effort by Onic PH, being able to turn it into trades. They got Donut taken out, and they also gave space for Nets to farm a little bit here in the bottom lane, but Nets needs to go home. Nets, you're in trouble.
Guys,
Jim smells you. Oh,
They don't know.
They don't know. He can recall.
What?
Nets, you should recall. Nets?
Nets?
Nets. I know Nets can't hear us right now, but oh, he's safe. He's safe. They didn't see it.
He's playing operative there, just literally staying in that bush.
Yeah,
not
Nets
gonna
is
recall.
Nets is doing his best Nxp Evos impression right now.
Yeah, best Sensui impression, actually. Sensui actually just held back so long
Yeah.
and destroyed Donut, but also was obliterated in literally a second.
Yeah, it's like, I got the marksman, guys. I did my job.
I wonder what's going to happen here for Nets.
Yeah.
I think he's just waiting for the Lord to come up here. Dude. Like, that is his position. He's like, I got it.
I can wait here until the Lord spawns.
Yeah. If no one in NXP check that and somehow Nets finds the play to turn things around, I bet Yelly Hayes is going to be laughing because he's like, hey, I did that with a Eudora at one time.
That is true.
So this positioning right now, it is a signature NXP thing to do.
Yeah.
He's really just waiting, but no. Yeah, it's a sign. They don't have a lot of info. It was like, it's time for you to go back.
Yeah, they got the call. You know, we're not even going to contest this. Lord, just give it up.
It's a fair call, but that's a sign that Onic is actually just on reactive mode here.
Yeah.
They're waiting for NXP to make a bad move. They're waiting for them to make a huge blunder here and there, and then they capitalize. That's not usually a good sign for a team. We have seen teams come back from that. But overall, the team that is more proactive usually can get ahead in terms of surprises.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's going to be the case here for Onic, as we do see the Lord marching up on top.
Will have to be one big counter punch by Onic to turn this around. Mycophobia needs to make a misstep, or at least Onic needs to do their best to avoid the setup from the Kufra. Have Nets pop off that crossbow attack, not early, but get those marks in so then they can go for the cleanup. But Sensui and Super Prince have a lot to do in terms of being able to deal damage and dish out the control that Onic needs. It's gonna be a tough hill to climb for Onic PH.
Here we go, Mycophobia charging up. Lord's still gonna be working on the turret. Should go down in the next hit, as it does. Topside now exposed here. Onic Philippines on the defense. Once again, look at the damage coming out from Donut, forcing Nets back. Now the focus on the mid side. Minions are gonna be cleared here. Lord also gonna fall. Onic Philippines in a good position once again. Nxp Evos taking the discipline route and gonna be happy with that as they work on taking the resources at the hands of Onic Philippines.
Yeah, great control there by NXPE not to go for the end right away. Mycophobia was actually almost caught out by Rapidude. but the bouncing ball stopped it. These two
Ooh.
techs, these two roamers, they're
Yeah.
sidestepping each other right
That's
now.
good for Nxp to actually just have a lot of respect to what Rapidude can do, knowing that he has the flicker.
Yes.
So they don't want to go in on one by one. And that's also delaying the attack of Nxp so much as well.
I really thought Mycophobia and Nxp would actually go for it there. That was a clear target for Mycophobia, but they are still going for the disciplined route. They're waiting for the next Lord. And yeah, they're just freezing lanes as much as possible. Of course, at one point, they're going to stop the freeze.
Sensui, though, just taking a big damn coming out from James here. That was a little questionable on the placement for Sensui.
Yeah. Because I'm going to have to
That's all you have to say. Yeah.
Because the information was there. The members of Nxp Evos were in mid lane. They pushed out the minion wave. So that should have been a sign for Sensui that, oh, I need to get out of the bottom lane as fast as possible. But maybe a miscommunication, something. There's things that we don't see or hear. But Nxp Evos capitalized on that. That was a good play by Nxp Evos.
Yeah, and now this is the time, right? Nxp Evos can actually decide to just go ahead and take this turret as they do. Looking for an initiation, and Donut pops the damage, forcing Nets back once again. Real world manipulation is going to come down. H2O takes quite a bit of damage out, and he's cleaned up as he's taken out the world. They find another one as they misstep for Nxp Evos with that Way of the Dragon. And now Ryota focusing on James, the 1-for-1 in the jungle, waiting for the team to come in with the falling Star Moon. James has to flicker out to survive that one.
Was this not exactly what we were talking about?
Yep, it was. Where did that come from? Nxp Evos tried to capitalize on an Onic mistake, but then it was Onic who capitalized on the Nxp Evos hiccup there, and now we have a fight for the Lord, but it doesn't seem like Nxp Evos will actually be able to contest it.
Yeah,
Philippines.
one of the biggest boo-boos I've ever seen today, and we will see if Onic can actually do something about it.
There you go. Lord's going to be secured here. Then Sensui gets it. And right now, it's shifted. Once again, Nxp Evos is going to be on the defense here. This is a tough one.
What the biggest surprise for me there is it was H2O who was caught, followed by Haze.
Yeah.
Usually they're the most conservative players on that lineup, and they were the ones who actually caused that.
Yeah, Rapidude also on the side of Onic PH got a great way of the Dragon to help secure that kill onto Haze. After Haze attempted to assist H2 with getting out of the Onic base, but now the Lord marching down the bottom lane. The biggest threat Onic has shown to NXPE this entire game. A sudden
man.
turnaround from out of nowhere. Will Nxp Evos be able to keep this from a sweep happening in favor of Onic, or will Onic be able to say, it's definitely our time, it's sweep time?
Focus on the bottom side here. That's going to be the exposed base here. Nxp Evos, they're going to back off a little bit. Mycophobia doesn't have the flicker. There's the real world manipulation coming down. Net's going to look for the crossbow tank. Can he find it? There you go. He gets it off with the Winter Truck to stop it. Sensui now going to be the focus of H2O, but they find a kill on Mycophobia. H2O gets focused, but look at the base on the other side. It's going to be a base race possibly, but they fall. And 3 do fall for Onic Philippines. Meanwhile, Super Fritz still trying to buy time. Should be able to get back here. James sitting in the base. 1 versus 1 versus Ryota in Pandemonium cross map.
The crowd's going wild, ladies and gents.
Oh my goodness, Nxp Evos might actually just turn this around. Yelly Hayes, he gets it! Ryota's the last man standing here!
Ryota 2 versus 1. Meanwhile, Yelly Hayes making his way too. Ryota takes quite a bit of damage. Donut popping off, finds the kill, and that's gonna be it. Nxp Evos takes it to game number 3.
That was the recovery if I've ever seen one.